Hello YouTuber slash Facebooker slash pianist slash speedcuber slash maybe one to pen spinners slash some random people slash YouTubers. This is going to be my how to solve a Rubik's Cube tutorial series. It's a long title. Anyway, if you've been following me, meaning you go to school with me, then you know that I promised to have this video series thingy up when school ended. Now school is almost about to start again and I'm barely uploading this now. But I have a couple excuses. First one is I had piano competition and I have proof. It's this ribbon. This is just a participant's ribbon, but yeah, I still participated but I didn't win. Because during my performance I kept thinking that I need to make this video, so I wasn't fully focused, so it's your guys' fault that I did not win. No, I was kidding. It's here because of two reasons. One, I suck at piano. Or two, other people were better than me. I'm going to go with two, because that means that I probably don't suck. And I actually saw other people and they were really good. And whether I suck or not, it's up to you guys. So check out my other videos. Yeah. The second reason is my laptop crashed. And because of that, I lost everything. No, what I did was I just copied it into my flash drive, reinstalled Windows, copied it back, and everything was back normal. But I forgot just one file, and because of that I had to refilm. It was only one scene, but I had to refilm, and I lost time. Okay, in reality, the piano and the piano competition and the laptop are just small reasons. The main reason is I am a procrastinator. Okay, I procrastinate a lot. And one example of that is my summer homework. For English, I'm supposed to annotate this entire book. This is like a 300-page book, and I'm only on page 10. And this is 3 weeks until school starts again. So I'm probably just going to rush annotate and get an F. I don't care. My parents get mad at me, but whatever. So enough about my life. Now it's time for you guys to start learning. Yes, in the intro video. Because in the other videos, I was winging it, so I misspoke a lot. And sorry for that. I'll say sorry in the other videos. I'll say sorry in this video too, okay? I'm sorry that I misspoke, and I will misspeak, yes? Yeah, so sorry about that. And also I said words that you guys most likely won't know. And if you actually know those words, you're most likely a speedcuber. So why are you watching my video? Yeah, anyway, you most likely won't know those terms, so I have to explain it to you in this video. Also, I'm going to teach you notation. I'll tell you what that is later. So, anyway, let's start learning. Let's start with the pieces of a cube. If you look at a cube, it is basically made up of two types of pieces. Pieces that have two sides, or pieces that have three sides. If you look at the pieces that have two sides, they make up the edges of a cube, so they're called edge pieces. If you look at the pieces that have three sides, they make up the corners of a cube, so they're called corner pieces. Also, if you look, there are also these center pieces, and the point of these is to tell you which side is which. So if you look at the color, it is green, so that means this is the green side. If you look at center, is red, so this is the red side. This is blue, so this is the blue side. This is white, so it's the white side. This is orange, so it's the orange side. This is yellow, so it's the yellow side. Now the point of knowing which side is which is so that you know how to hold the cube and where pieces will go later on. Also, if you look before it is scrambled, yellow, blue, and red. If you scramble it without doing any double layer turns or rotations of the cube, after it's scrambled, it's still yellow, blue, and red. So that means that the centers never move around. Only time they ever move is if you actually rotate the cube or you double layer turns. So that's why the centers are very important. You guys may think that it's just two types of pieces, just edges and corners. It's so simple, but I actually confuse it. So sometimes when I'm supposed to say edge, I say corner. When I'm supposed to say corner, I said edge. So I actually confuse it. So you guys have to be smart enough to know the actual piece instead of what I say, okay? Now that you know how to tell which side is which, I can tell you how to hold the cube. So in this tutorial series, I will be teaching you to solve the white side first. And the method I teach you is supposed to put the side you're solving on the bottom. So solving white, so we put it on the bottom. And if you look at the top is yellow. But say you want to solve a different color. You want to solve green first. So you put green on the bottom. And if you look at the top is now blue. So since I was solving white, I'm teaching you to solve white. Every time I say white, you have to change it to green. And every time I say yellow, you have to change it to blue. But if you want to make it easier, just solve like me. So put white on the bottom and yellow on top. Now you always hold it like this unless I tell you to. But you can still rotate left and right. Just do not rotate up and down unless I tell you to. That is very important, because if you rotate up or down without me telling you, then it messes up the cube. But rotating left and rotating right, left and right, it does not matter where you hold it, as long as white is on the bottom and yellow on top. I just said that I'm supposed to put white on the bottom, and the reason for that is because this method you solve from bottom to top. So when you put white on the bottom, if you solve from bottom to top, the bottom layer is the first layer you solve. So this is the first layer. The middle is the second layer you solve. So it's either middle layer or second layer. Now if you look, these two bottom layers are the first two layers. And in the videos later, I either say first two layers, which they are because they're the first two you solve, F2L, and F2L stands for first two layers. Also, sometimes I say both of the bottom layers, and that is also these two because they are both of the bottom layers. So first two layers, F2L, both of the bottom layers, they all mean these two layers, okay? One term that might come up a lot, and you might not know what it means on Rubik's Cube, but you might know what it is in real life, is slot. If you think of a coin slot, it's basically where a coin can go. So if you use that, that means that, that's where one of the pieces on a cube can go. So if you look at this edge piece, and you want it to get this into the top layer, and this edge piece can take any other edge piece. So that means it can take any of these edge pieces. And if you look, there are 4 edge pieces. So that means there are 4 slots, because this can go into any of these 4, and there are only 4, so there are 4 slots. So yeah, that's what a slot is. That's where a piece can go. The last thing before I move on to notation is not a term, but it is how to use cases. Cases are basically different situations that you need to know in order to solve a certain step. Now the combination of cases is different depending on the scramble. So if you look at this scramble, let's say this step has to do with the white edges. If you look, there's 1 white edge in the top layer, 2 in the middle layer, and 1 on the bottom layer. So the combination is 1 on top, 2 in the middle, and 1 on the bottom. But sometimes a different scramble, the combination could be 2 on the top and 2 in the bottom and 0 in the middle, or 3 in the middle and 1 on top. So the combination of cases is different depending on each scramble, but you still need to know all the cases, because you never know what combination you might find. And if this was kind of confusing, comment and ask below in the comment section, and I'll try to answer it as best as I can, because it's kind of hard for me to explain this. But hopefully it's logical to you, so you just instantly know. So yeah, let's move on to notation. Notation is basically numbers, letters, and apostrophes that tell you how to rotate the sides of a cube. So there are basically 6 letters: R, L, F, B, U, and D. Each one of those letters stands for one side of the cube. So what I'm going to tell you right now is R stands for the right side. So basically, when you see just a letter like R, then that means you rotate that side 90 degrees clockwise. So R means rotate the right side 90 degrees clockwise. If you add an apostrophe to it, the apostrophe stands for inverted or prime, and I'm going to be saying prime. So that would be R. If I add apostrophe to R, it would be R prime. And prime means you rotate that side counterclockwise 90 degrees. So R will rotate right side 90 degrees clockwise. R prime is the right side 90 degrees counterclockwise. The last thing is 2. And just add 2, so it's R2. And that means you rotate that side 2 times. So R2 will be the right side 2 times. To demonstrate this, hold yellow on top and blue facing you. If you look at the right side is the red side. So the red side is R. So R is the right side clockwise. R prime is the right side counterclockwise. R2 is the right side 2 times. And if you look from the starting angle, which is blue, R is the right side up. R prime is the right side down. R2 is the right side 2 times. Simple. So that's R. The next letter is L. L stands for the left side. And so if you're facing left side, the left side is orange. So L is clockwise, L prime counterclockwise. L2 is just 2 times. So from the starting, which is blue, L is the left side down. L prime is the left side up. And L2 is just 2. So if you notice, there's a pattern, which is the right side R is up, L is down. So they're opposites. And since they're opposites, R prime is down, so L prime is up. If you get that or not, just replay. So moving on, the next layer is F. F is the easiest because it's already facing you. F stands for the front. So F is clockwise, F prime counterclockwise, and F2 is just 2. Simple. And since let's talk about opposites. The opposite of F is B, and B stands for the back. So since F is clockwise, the opposite of clockwise is counterclockwise, so B would be counterclockwise. F prime is counterclockwise, so B is clockwise from this angle. So the next letter is, the last 2 letters are U and D. It stands for upper, I guess, and downwards. I'm not sure. But U, so U is clockwise, U prime counterclockwise. From the start angle, U is the top to the left, U prime is the top to the right. And opposites, since U is to the left, D would be the bottom to the right. And U prime is to the right, so D prime is to the left. And if all of those, just the 2 is just that side 2 times. So U2 top side 2 times, D2 bottom 2 times, F2 the front 2 times, B2 the back 2 times, R2 the right 2 times, L2 the left 2 times. By the way, that is how you do checker patterns. Just do the opposites 2 times. So right, R2, and left 2 times. Opposite front and back, so F2 and B2. The opposites top and bottom, so U2 and D2. So that is notation. If you have any questions, first replay a video, try watch it again, see if you can get it. If you still don't get it, then comment below. I'll try to answer it. Yeah, that should be all you need. If I forgot something, comment in this video. If you don't get something later on, comment on that video. And yeah, move on to part 2, which is finally starting to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube.